Happening right now, Governor Gina Raimondo is meeting with leaders from across Rhode Island with one goal.
They are discussing ways to cut down on shootings in the Ocean State. We're also learning more tonight about how many people Rhode Island has submitted to a national background check database.
Eyewitness News reporter Jared Kleiner is live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
Mike, Shannon, good evening. That roundtable discussion, as you mentioned, now underway here at the Department of Administration building in Providence. So many interests represented: police, judges, lawmakers, anti-domestic violence advocates, Second Amendment advocates, all at the table tonight. Eyewitness News with Governor Gina Raimondo as she headed into the Department of Administration for a roundtable discussion on reducing gun violence. Police and community organizations among those occupying seats tonight. This as 2015 winds down, and we're learning how the year went in a critical area. 2015 was the first to see Rhode Island voluntarily report the names of those committed by district court judges for mental health treatment to the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check system.
234 names, and that is out of 293 mental health hearings.
As of late November, the new state law requires the submission of names, dates of birth, gender, race or ethnicity, dates of commitment, all within 48 hours of the judge's certification.
They can appeal to the Supreme Court of Rhode Island within 30 days. Once they are on that database, they are on it for 3 years, and they can appeal to a relief board to be removed from that list.
What's not reported to the so-called NICS database: confidential medical information, including the nature of someone's mental health problem. The individual simply highlighted in NICS, accessible to all licensed gun dealers.
It's one more thing that can be done to red flag an individual who has a mental health problem.
Now, the system has no way of regulating firearms that are obtained illegally or through private sales. Coming up new at 6 o'clock, the governor opens this meeting with her remarks. She sets the tone, and a major focus tonight is keeping guns away from domestic abusers. We're going to have much more on that again live at 6 o'clock. With the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jared Kleiner, Eyewitness News.
Developing news now out of the capital city. The governor, political and community leaders are meeting tonight to discuss ways to reduce gun violence. Their goal is to close loopholes in existing state law and keep firearms out of the hands of domestic abusers. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Kleiner is there now live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom.
Mike, good evening. That's right, an enormous focus, another huge focus, keeping guns out of the hands of those who are seriously mentally ill. These are issues that New England-based lawmakers are also pushing on Capitol Hill. Governor Gina Raimondo battling laryngitis to speak at her roundtable on ways to reduce gun violence.
As a mother, it scares me to death thinking about you drop your kids off at school, you hope they come home safely at night.
So many areas of expertise at the Department of Administration Wednesday night.
Members of the judiciary, municipal leaders, law enforcement, nonprofit, legislators.
A major focus of the evening, ways to keep guns away from domestic abusers. Federal law bars anyone convicted of misdemeanor domestic violence crimes from having guns. Rhode Island doesn't. Federal law mandates anyone subject to a domestic violence restraining order surrender their guns. In Rhode Island, that's rarely applied.
We spend entirely too much time expressing our good wishes and our sympathy and our thoughts and our prayers to victims, and not enough time getting around a table and saying, what can we do? What I know we can't do is do nothing, because I don't want to have to keep lowering our flags to half-mast every month because there's some other senseless shooting.
And those passionate about safeguarding the Second Amendment also represented here tonight. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jared Kleiner, Eyewitness News.